putting too much pressure on me, man. That's not fair. Mia! Hajime, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Yeah, so isn't his whole shtick about the spring breeze thing gonna be ruined regardless now that that supposed secret is out about the suicide thing? Like, why is it even, how are you gonna recover from this even if you're not guilty of murder? Like, you're not guilty, you know? Seems like you're ruined either way, you loser. Especially now that, especially now that you do this! Hello? God. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Onguard!
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious, don't you agree?
You're the one who was fighting for it, by God.
Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Alright, Mr. Lawyer. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get Onguard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. It's okay, you'll have her in spirit. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as a murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now this is the part. Now it's time to make the decision on the thing that I mentioned earlier. So I was, whoops.
Now that Mr. Wright,
sorry, my nose is constantly itching.
Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Onguard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is gonna say what I want, aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this, but I have to decide something. And I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Onguard, is... Bitch!
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Onguard, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Onguard is... Objection! Whoa! Yeah! Francisco von Karma! Matt Onguard is Francisco von Karma! Wait a minute. Wasn't it shot in the right shoulder? Maybe it was just a shoulder. Maybe it wasn't the right. I don't know. Because she fucking lifted her right arm. So it's like... You see now, don't you? Mr. Phoenix Wright. This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? I also like the idea. like to imagine that Francisco just pushed Matt Onguard out of the way. You should know better than ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence here is in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. Look, he even gave me Jack and the whole items! Oh, come shoot! Give that man a raise. And his job back, maybe. Give him his job back first before giving him the raise.
What a filthy old colt this is! Hey, Judge, shut up!
That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what's inside this raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
Oh, wait. I think I remember what one of the evidences is. And I think I remember the one that we need.
I think? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edward. I grant the permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there'll be something that'll turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? More details are not needed, I think. I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. Add it to the court record anyway. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from Enguarde's mansion. So what's the third item? I guess we'll never know. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to this hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
Wouldn't he have shown his face? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site, so he showed his face. Oh, I guess we knew what his face looked like, right? We know what his face looked like, the whole butler thing, the bellboy thing. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Sadly, the killer is no ordinary man. Oh, so we do know what. Okay, we do get to see all that. Okay. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Not needed, thank you. I don't think this is going to help us much at all. Thank you very much, Ms. Von Karma. I think that's enough. I like this just add into our court records anyway. That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And? What is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is, who is the client?
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that.
Wait.
Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor! Please, allow me to examine this new evidence!
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter what, no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake, just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2. The first. Make Enguarde wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Enguarde himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let the hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way? Force the killer to end his contract with Mr. Enguarde. If the killer were to no longer think of Enguarde as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia! That's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his client above all else! I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, the judge, we've seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. You know what? Mia's making it sound like she knows what the hell the answer is to this to solve everyone's issue, but she's just fucking like being like, hint, hint, Nick. Hint, hint. You can figure it out. It's just, your sister is gonna die if we don't get this figured out. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Yeah, fuck you. I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Well, one chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. Why are you being so stubborn, old man? I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Thanks. Thanks. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to? John Doe! I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edward? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. All right, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial. Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence?
Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you were on this tape. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. Would you have been able to come to this conclusion? Like blindly, like cleanly? Like, I don't know.
What?
Is that true? That's alright. I guess maybe you would look at your evidence and put 2 and 2 together, because you have the camera, you have the transmitter, and you had the bear and the receipt. Well, would you? It just seems like so. It seems like it would have been really hard. But I guess like if you were to do a process of elimination, the gun and the uniform wouldn't have helped. Did I read this? I don't remember.
Who was it that planted the camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did Matt Angard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime. They wanted to see Juan get his. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above. Let me try that again. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer?
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness.
Yes.
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break a contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
What? Sorry, I was thinking about something else. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
my contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. You still haven't seen her yet?
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Miss Wakama, where did that...
I like that we pan over to Edgeworth. She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Yeah, fuck you! Fuck you, you stupid dork! Mr. Angard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You finally received the acquittal you wanted so badly, you should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video. Help me. Nah, Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. White?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Hell yeah, we're gonna do it we're gonna do not guilty. Congratulations, Mr. Matt on guard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty.
Very well. This court finds the defendant Matt on guard.
It's funnier to do it this way. But please wait.
What's the matter?
If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed. Hmm? I'm It looks like he just spread jam all over his face.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out that much in this.
Mr. Edward, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Mrs. Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip weather. God damn. I'm sure. God, I'm gonna die. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right, I didn't mean to choke my spit like that. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now. Whatever.
Very good.
Whip, leather, what? A full course of whip. Oh, I don't even remember what he said. I was getting tossed up on that. Whatever.
That was a close one, wasn't it, with this?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edward really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two are in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.